Hello, everybody. My name is Laura Joseph. I'm the owner of the Animal Behavior Center. We are an international educational center, and we teach people about behavior and understanding behavior through working with animals using applied behavior analysis and positive reinforcement. I did a scope earlier today, and for this intention, because I knew I wasn't going to have time to sit down and write a blog tonight. But I wanted to get some important messages out to you before Christmas Day, if that's not already too late. I know families are already starting to gather. So there's a couple of things I wanted to at least discuss. And hopefully you guys, I'll have this uploaded for everybody to read early, if not tonight, Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve. If not, by tomorrow morning, Merry Christmas Eve. And at the latest, possibly Merry Christmas Day. But I know we're having our Christmas on Saturday, and I know a lot of people are having functions all weekend. But I wanted to come on here and talk about some things that different people should be aware of, whether you are interacting with other people's animals or other people are interacting with your animals. There's a couple of really important key points that may be easily overlooked. So I know a lot of people are doing scopes and blogs on different things to make sure, be careful that your animals don't eat over the holidays, toxic plants over the holidays. Well, let me turn down my Christmas music a little bit, sorry. So I wanted to come on here, and I scoped earlier, and that's a live stream broadcast. So if you guys aren't following my scopes, I meet everybody on live every day through an app called Periscope. So go to your app store and search for Periscope, and it's an app through Twitter. And you can find us there if you search for, it's called Animal Behavior Center, not the Animal Behavior Center, because I couldn't fit all the words in. But anyways, I wanted to give quick tips and points on things to be cautious over the holidays, which we could knowingly or unknowingly train or teach animals during the holiday season. And like I always say, if an animal can see, hear, or smell you, you are training that animal whether you realize it or not. A lot of people hear me talk about that quite a bit. When families and family members and visitors come over to your house, there's several things to keep aware of. They can, like I said, knowingly or unknowingly train your animal a desired behavior or very undesired behavior very quickly. And the thing is if they unknowingly teach this to your animal, it's you are the one that's going to have to deal with this after they're gone. The family leaves, but now they've trained this very undesired behavior to our pig, our dog, our parrots, our cats, etc., etc. Once an animal learns how to do something and something brings reinforcement, it's hard to change that behavior because once I learn how 2 + 2 = 4, I can't unlearn it. So my point is pre-plan. That is, I'm already starting to pre-plan this. Everybody's coming over to my house on Saturday. We have 3 animals in the house. We have the Animal Behavior Center that's 10 feet out my back door. I need to pre-plan. How am I going to make sure desired behaviors are reinforced and undesired behaviors aren't reinforced? So what I'm going to do is I need to, if I can't keep my family and my visitors under my control, and I'm just saying with their interactions with my animals, then I need to remove my animals or redirect the family or visitors to another area where the animals are not located. So one key point. I'm going to go through a couple of different examples. If a dog is in a crate, and I will put my animals within. If it's not a crate, it's behind different barriers. So people don't have the opportunity to train my animal something undesired. because my animals will give you certain cues and body language showing they are not comfortable with what you're doing. Many times I see people ignore that body language. If you ignore that body language, you are going to teach my dog to growl. You could possibly teach my dog to bite. You're probably going to teach my birds to lunge. You're going to teach one of my animals to chase you. I do not want them to learn that. So I'm going to the best of my ability, I'm going to make sure that can't happen. And I'm going to do that by putting, I can do that by several different things. I can separate animals and only bring in one animal at a time. So that way I have more control over the environment, more control over the people, and more control over the animal. Don't approach a dog in a crate. A dog that is in a crate or behind a barrier, including birds, including any animal, one that is within a crate or a cage behind barriers or what have you, their choices are restricted. If they are not comfortable with you approaching, you could reinforce undesired behavior very fast because that animal does not have the opportunity to get away from you. So I tell people here, if an animal is in a barrier, cage, or crate, please do not approach. And if you do, please ask me first because you're getting ready to train something I probably don't want to be trained. You get to go home tomorrow. I am going to sit here and have to change the behavior, redirect the behavior, try to counter condition everything you just trained it. Or because I'm a trainer, I don't have to hire a trainer. But other people may have to hire trainers to undo what you may have unknowingly just reinforced. So another one is if you're going into a home where somebody has a parrot in a cage, please ask that bird's guardians if it's okay to approach and what body language you should look for. That means that the animal is not comfortable. Because you back an animal into a corner and you don't understand that body language, that if you do not understand how to read that bird's body language and that bird is trying to show you I'm not comfortable, you're probably going to reinforce a lunge, a scream, or a bite. Another one is before you approach an animal, let that animal observe you. And because they're getting to understand your body language, you're getting to understand theirs. Let the animal, in an instance such as a pig, because I work a lot with in the pig community, or a dog, let the animal smell you before you pet or interact. Ask the animal guardian if it's okay if I pet or interact. We live here with Levi the deaf dog and Quincy the Rottweiler. Quincy is hand shy. We have worked several years with her to change that behavior. It takes one instance of somebody not understanding her body language or not caring to change months worth of work that we have done here. And while I'm on that topic, Levi, our deaf bulldog, used to jump on people. All of us here, me that lives in the house and all the volunteers that work at the Animal Behavior Center, all of us have worked consistently every single day to reinforce an alternate behavior to Levi. Levi jumps because he gets attention when he jumps. So we have worked in reteaching him that when you sit and look up at us, that is when you get pet. When you jump, we do not pet you. We do not give you attention when we jump. So we've worked several months on that. That was a tougher one to change. Here is what I hear from family and visitors that come in the house or come in the center. I say, please ignore Levi and only pet him or give him attention or bridge when he is sitting. We're trying to change him from jumping. And Levi, in the beginning, what I would see is Levi would paw or jump. And then I would see the people say, oh, I don't mind. And they would reach down and pet and reinforce that undesired behavior we have all been working months on changing. And that the people say, oh, I don't mind. And I'm like, well, we do. We do, and we've been working very hard and very diligent, being very diligent in trying to change this. And now, when an undesired behavior is reinforced once in a while, it's going to keep that undesired behavior extremely strong. So by that one person coming in the door, when Levi jumps and they pet and they say, oh, but I don't mind, they've just delivered a reinforcer, which is called an intermittent schedule of reinforcement. They've just delivered a reinforcer which tells Levi, every 30 times I jump, I get reinforcement, so I'm going to jump 30 times or more, because sooner or later it's coming. That will keep an undesired behavior very strong. And like I said, let an animal pet or smell you before approaching. We have Milo, the mini pig, that's here for training several days a week that you guys see. Pigs anatomically cannot lift their head. If you watch my scopes, my periscopes, that live stream broadcasting we do here almost every day, you will see how people try to approach and pet Milo on the head. He cannot. Their bodies are not. It's not physically possible for them to lift their head and look at you. So we ask people, approach low, offer your hand to smell him and to smell you, and more than likely he's going to smell, he's going to grunt, he's going to get comfortable with you, and then he's going to move in closer. This is what I see people do, and pay attention to this with dogs and cats as well, and horses. This is what I see people do. Oh, he's so cute, I want to pet him. How would you feel if people did that to you every day? You would probably not like it. Hey, I don't know who you are. Why are you touching me? It's not a comfortable feeling. So what I see people do is just, oh, he's cute, I want to pet him. Well, you know what? Here we teach people about this is teamwork. This is a relationship. It's not just about you. It's also about that animal, and it's about the two of you working together. So you introduce your hand, let him smell you. If he moves in closer, offer your hand underneath to pet him. You go over his head, I guarantee you, and watch this with your dogs too, and your family members' dogs. You go over his head, he's probably, I know what he'll do because I've seen him do it. He's going to grunt, and he's showing you, I'm not comfortable with this, and he's going to back up because he's trying to raise his head to look at you. Prey animals have eyes off both sides of their head. Predators have eyes straight forward. So the pig's eyes are this way. So he's backing up and trying to look up and see you, and the person keeps coming closer and closer over his head. Restricting choice, and it's probably, in many different animals, it's probably going to reinforce aggression or reinforce behaviors labeled as aggression. The reason I say labeled is because a lot of behaviors labeled as aggression, such as growling, lunging, barking, charging, biting, is often a result of the people not paying attention to that body language and to those sounds and noises, which is going to cause you restrict an animal's choice in their environment, and they cannot get away from you. You're more than likely going to see them. You're going to reinforce the lunge, the growl, the charge. So let's see. I've got myself a little list to make sure. If you're out walking your dog, because here in Northwest Ohio, it's 65 degrees today. Not too happy about that because I love the snow. It's raining really hard right now. This could be a lot of snow. So with that being said, a lot of people around here are probably going to be in parks around Christmas, around the holidays. When you are at a park, I highly suggest, I'm looking at the window pane because the rain is beating on it. When you are at a park and you are approaching somebody else's dog, please ask them if it's okay to approach. Please ask them if it's okay to pet. A lot of times I refrain from taking my dogs to a park because other people train very undesired behaviors to my dog. Like I said, Quincy is hand shy. She does not like hands coming at her head. I go to a pet store, everybody wants to reach for her. So I need to keep control of the people, because if I do not keep control of the people, they are going to reinforce very undesired behaviors in my dog, and they're going to teach Quincy to growl, lunge, and bite. So a lot of times I won't take her to the park because I have a hard time keeping control of the people. There's different times a day I can go to make sure that doesn't happen. But if you're walking your dogs, your pigs, or what other animals, your horses, I'm trying to think of whatever, people don't take horses to a park. People do take cats to a park. I have it on video. If you're going to take your dogs to a park this weekend, or you're going to go walk in a park, please ask the animal guardian if you can approach and if you can pet. I don't want people coming up to me on a walk and petting my dog, because my dogs like that. So what people could unknowingly be training is, oh, hey, every time a stranger walks up to us, I'm going to pull on the leash and I'm going to start approaching that person, because I know they're going to deliver an awesome reinforcer, which is attention. And then it's going to, if that person actually touches and pets my dog, you're going to reinforce all that undesired behavior. That's going to take me time to change. So please respect that when you're out walking your pet. Another one is, if you're going to feed your family wherever you're going for the holidays, if you're going to feed their animals in the household or outside the household, ask them first if it's okay. I'm not going to tell my dogs to stop barking, because I want to know why they're barking. I want to know why they're barking. That is a form of communication. So anyways, I'm probably going to wrap this up because I want to go see what's going on out there. Don't feed without asking. Don't feed anybody's animal without asking. I know Levi here, our deaf bulldog, has a very sensitive stomach. A lot of people think it's cute to feed the dogs. I'm going to be cleaning up afterwards, and now I'm going to probably have 2 begging dogs that sit at the dining room table and sit there and stare and salivate over at people while they're eating. I don't want my dogs to learn this. I don't want any of my animals to learn this. So with that being said, one last thing I want to say is, if a dog is barking, if a parrot is screaming, please be mindful while you're in your family's households this weekend. Please be mindful to make sure you're not reinforcing undesired behavior. For example, I know my mom and my dad don't follow my blog, so they're probably not going to see this, and I don't think they follow my YouTube channel. So what happens here often is, one of my birds will be screaming. Rocky screams for attention. And I know my mother doesn't mean to do it. I see a lot of people do it. The animal's screaming, the bird is screaming, so I'll see the person walk up to the cage and say, "Oh, it's okay. What do you scream about? Everything's going to be fine." Well, if that bird was screaming for attention, you just reinforced it. And more than likely, it's going to cause the bird to continue screaming. It's going to cause the dog to continue jumping. It's going to cause the pig to continue charging. So that's pretty much the end of this, but we have a lot on board happening here at the Animal Behavior Center that I think a lot of you may be very interested in. One is, we're getting ready to launch our public podcast. So those of you that aren't aware what a podcast is, it's kind of like a radio show that you can listen to through iTunes, through your phone, through your computer. So we have an hour-long show called the Animal Behavior Hour that's getting ready to launch the beginning of the new year. We have that coming up. We have the calendars on our website. Our website is theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. We have a lot of people ordering calendars, and we have a lot of people asking the different animals here to sign their calendars. So if you don't have a calendar for the new year, and you want to see the lovely mugs of all the animals here at the center, take a look at the animalbehaviorcenter.com. You'll see it there. Our memberships are going really well. Take a look if you know of anybody interested in memberships. Memberships are people for people worldwide. You know of anybody that wants to learn more about animal behavior, training, and enrichment, all animals, and you want to understand more in depth why certain things are happening and how to change it, take a look at our memberships. You can find them on the homepage at the animalbehaviorcenter.com. We are also going to start doing, our members get regular live stream training on how to do certain things. We are going to be offering some live stream training to the public. And how we're going to do that is, you'll see it, you'll be notified if you follow, take a look at our email newsletter list and let us know if you sign up for that, and you'll be notified of when the podcasts are launched. You'll be notified of this live stream broadcasting training that is going to happen sporadically throughout the year. I'm getting ready to start training a lot of animals at a zoo. I think it's the second week in January. I'm going for the members. I'm going to be live stream broadcasting from there. Once in a while for the public, I'll be live stream broadcasting from there as well. So take a look at and sign up for our email newsletter list. You can find that on the homepage of the animalbehaviorcenter.com. If you sign up for that, you'll be notified of all of our upcoming blogs. You'll be notified of when the podcast launches, zoo training, live stream broadcasting. You'll be notified of anything new, and we've got a lot of new things getting ready to happen. So with that being said, a very sincere happy holidays to all of you. Thank you for all of those that support us. We are very heavy on Facebook. I know we have a lot of followers on Facebook. The animals have a lot of followers on Facebook. And I just want to say thank you very much for your support. And I hope everybody has a very happy holiday and a safe holiday season with your family. Thank you for everything.